no, Canes fans. Mario Cristobal has decided to cancel the turnover chain again. What are we gonna do? What's going on, Canes fans? I can't help but chuckle a little bit after that intro, and it's because I'm genuinely surprised at how many Miami Hurricanes fans are shocked over this turnover chain news. So to give you guys an explanation, the ACC media days kicked off this week, and Mario Cristobal made a comment about the turnover chain not returning and about it not being part of our culture, and the internet is blowing up all of a sudden. ESPN is reporting breaking news, turnover chain not returning. Sports Illustrated, breaking news, Canes fans to not expect the turnover chain in 2022 because it won't be back. All these huge sports media news outlets are reporting, oh my goodness, we can't believe this is the decision that was made. When it was made 6 months ago, bro. Like, are Canes fans, have you guys been sleeping under a rock? These sports news outlets, what's going on, man? I feel like we're going to talk about this for just a minute because I realize I'm beating a dead horse, and I know that even I'm guilty sometimes of bringing up old topics that have been discussed to death just so we can maybe look at a different point of view or, whatever it may be. But we reported about this, guys, in January. Right here, the screenshot, I literally filmed a video saying Mario Cristobal and Maryville stated the turnover chain is not returning. And I posted that video in January. And then 2 days later, we literally did a live stream discussing why we thought it was a good or a bad idea that this decision was made. So it just cracks me up when here in July, Mario Cristobal just kind of re-verifies this. He's like, yes, in fact, this has been, he literally says, this has been known for a while, but the turnover chain is not returning. And all these sports news outlets are just running with it. And I feel like, in a way, it's kind of a good thing. Let's be honest, because right now, anything Miami Hurricanes related is clicks, bro. I'm talking big time. You want to talk about recruiting, you want to talk about just season predictions, you want to talk about the waves this team is making, stadium talks, all sorts of good stuff. And it's all clicks, which all equals this.
Money.
The green stuff. So, of course, they're going to take it and run with it. But again, it just really shocks me that so many Canes fans were unaware of this, apparently. And I don't expect every single Miami Hurricanes fan to keep up with all of the news during the offseason. There's a portion of fans that only care about the actual season once things kick off, and that's okay. There's fans that are plugged in all year long, 24/7, 365. But even some of those people acted a little surprised by this news. So that's what really just threw me off a lot. And before we dive any deeper, I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying that I broke this news first, because that's absolutely not true, and I'm not implying that in any way. There were plenty of other Miami Hurricanes sports places that were reporting this back in January. And now that I think about it, honestly, even ESPN and Sports Illustrated, I'm pretty sure, posted about this in January. So I think maybe it's just, again, it's a good thing because it shows that everybody wants to be talking about Miami. Everybody's looking at Miami, everybody's talking about us, and it's getting a lot of views. A lot of people are watching. So, they come out ACC Media Day, and Mario Cristobal says this, and it's just so funny to watch Canes fans argue about something that we've discussed to death for the last, 6 months or so. But anyways, I want to make my point known that I still stand firm on exactly what I said 6 months ago. And that is, the only thing that matters to me is winning. Was the turnover chain cool? For a little while, it was. Mostly in 2017 and 2018. But then after that, it kind of lost it for me. Like, yes, I still would break it out anytime we would get a turnover. Yes, when I would go to games, I would still rock a turnover chain. Because It was a cool thing to do. It's what we were doing. It was the trend. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with Mario Cristobal saying that that is not a part of the culture now, the culture that he is building at the University of Miami, which for him is getting back to basics and fundamentals and winning football games. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest, for those of you who disagree with this decision that we already knew about, okay, last time I'll do that. Any of you that disagree with this decision, I can almost guarantee you that once Mario Cristobal starts consistently winning games, you could care less. You're absolutely going to forget about this topic. You're not even going to remember that the turnover chain was a thing because we're getting dubs. And at the end of the day, that's all we really care about. And, you know, there were people, I saw them arguing on Twitter like, well, you can't deny the impact of the turnover chain and what it did for our defense and all this. And sure, maybe it could be used as, you know, a reward or something that could pump guys up and stuff, but you don't have to have those things. They're not required. We won plenty of football games in the past without the turnover chain. And again, I'll say this. I don't care that Alabama is doing it. I don't care that these other schools are still doing it and recruits love taking pictures with it. This should show you guys, look at, Miami's got what, a top 10 recruiting class right now? And guess what? We did it without the turnover chain. What? You mean we can land a top 10 recruiting class without the turnover chain, even though Alabama has one? Yes, we can, because all that matters at the end of the day and all anyone is actually going to care about is winning the games. That's it, bro. That's all that matters. Whatever we have to do to get there, that's it. Because once that happens, if Miami wins a national championship, what's the first thing you're going to do? Are you telling me you're going to be like, dang, Coop, like, I wish that we would have had the turnover chain during this national championship game that we just won? Of course, that's not what you're going to say. You're not going to care at all. So I just don't understand the negativity and the backlash towards Mario Cristobal with his statement and saying that it's not part of our culture. Was it at one time? Absolutely. Is it something that made history? Everyone talked about it all around the world. Everyone tried to copy us. Yes, it was a big deal. But there's also nothing wrong with moving on. The turnover chain is something that Manny Diaz introduced. He's no longer our head coach. He's no longer part of the coaching staff. So what's wrong with getting rid of something that's just a prop when a new coach comes in? Props don't last forever. Do you want to know what does? National championships, rings, and trophies. Those things are forever. I really think that's all that I wanted to say is I guess I needed to make a video about this because there are thousands and thousands of Canes fans who had no idea that this decision had been made at the beginning of the year. So, surprise to you guys, I guess. So yeah, it is in fact gone and has been gone for a while. Over the coming days, we can talk about some statements that were made during the ACC kickoff with the media days. Representing us was Tyler Van Dyke, Harvey, and Will Mallory, I believe. And Cristobal, you know, really just talked about, you know, discipline and how we want to focus on the fundamentals and basics, getting back to winning, and how Canes fans need to be ready for this roller coaster ride that is recruiting, because we're so hyped about this 2023 class, and he says that it's only going to get better from here. And when that comes from Mario Cristobal, I think you got to believe him, because the man is a master recruiter. The key here at Miami and what we need to see is, does the coaching follow suit? Can we win those games? Everything, as we just spent the last 10 minutes talking about, everything comes back to winning. If you guys have any closing statements, if you want to put your RIPs for the turnover chain down in the comment section, you can do it, but we already did that a long time ago. Sorry to make fun of the news outlets for talking about it and then me making a video talking about it, but honestly, this is kind of more just satirical and poking fun at those guys for, I guess, what would be a slow news day, or maybe they just thought again that it would get a bunch of clicks. It is what it is, you know, it's whatever. So that's it for this one though, guys. let's see if we can do the outro. Let's we'll just set up right here. We'll set up shop right here. Remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I gotta say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out. I'll see y'all in the next one.